Just another example of his commitment in providing awesome leadership programs here. Westchester continues to be the leadership university of the Pennsylvania state system. We joined hundreds of other campuses in the nation in implementing an online student organization management system, and we upped our social media game to really better meet the needs of this technically savvy generation. Year after year, we surpassed the number of students impacted by our programs. And I could spend all night talking to you about those numbers, but just a few highlights for you. A student involvement fair with over 5,000 people that go to it really does start off the year in a good note. And more than 200 of our executive board officers receive intentional training at our fall leadership retreat and our executive leadership series thanks to State Farm. Our 25th annual State Farm Leadership Experience broke the 200 participant mark for the first year ever. And we had more than 15 alumni, some here this evening, that shared their time and talent with us. So that's been fantastic. We partnered with the internationally known company, Leadership, to provide our new student leadership program. And we have a new partnership with athletics to offer specific programs for each of our athletic teams about creating that culture of leadership on and off the field. The key to making this all happen is our leadership consultant program. 10 of our very best student leaders are selected as paraprofessional staff to be frontline resources for our 240 clubs. They organize events and they facilitate hundreds of programs throughout the year. They are indispensable, and it would be impossible to continue raising this bar without them. So on behalf of those students and all the students yet to come, thank you for your continued support and all that you've done to help us on our leadership journey. So now, thanks. We'll offer Jackie Oates her words.
How about that video?
Yay.
So thanks to Carol, because she spent not all week, but a little bit of time this week putting together the video and the PowerPoint that you've been watching and the boards that are out there. So thanks a lot for her talent here. Even though I'm 52, I am reading my speech on my iPhone and using technology, so hopefully it works and I don't get a call in the middle. So, welcome. We're so excited that you're here. Congratulations to all of our honorees and their friends and their families. We're excited that so many students joined us tonight, so many alums, and certainly my colleagues. We're excited that you're all here. So, like I said, I'm 52. I've been doing this work a long time. I've been at Westchester 25.5 years. And over those 25 years, about once a year, I get asked to do some kind of leadership training. In fact, 3 weeks ago, I was in Connecticut working with some 8th graders on leadership training. And my favorite exercise to do with them is to put them in groups and hand people a bunch of markers. And I know that there are people here who have done this work at Camp Saginaw. And then you ask me to lie down on the newsprint. Right, it's a big piece of newsprint, so it traces their body. And then the instruction to the group is you want to find a metaphor that uses leadership skills with the parts of the body. Right? Have you done this before? Yes, of course. I know DJ and Dakota, you try to do that at Camp Saginaw. So inevitably there's some big ears, and they label that as people, leaders need big ears to listen, and a brain to be thoughtful, and they need glasses on to see to the future, and inevitably there's some big shoulders for taking the burden of leadership. Somebody usually puts a little funny bone in, right? You have to have a sense of humor. And now we get the six-pack abs, and a strong stomach. And not with the 8th graders, but with adults. Sometimes people go below the belt, So that's the exercise, right? But inevitably, without fail, people draw hands. And they label the hands for helping, and hands for giving. Hands for helping, and hands for giving. So I say to you, when you turn on the TV and you open up the newspaper and you see what's happening to public higher education in the state of Pennsylvania and in our nation at large, you know that we need some help. We need some help and we need some giving. We want to do all of this for a long time to come. And we're grateful to our partners at State Farm Insurance Company. We have lots of folks here today from State Farm for helping us really begin to build our leadership program. But there's more to do, and we have a great need so that we can leave this for our children, legacy of leadership. We're doing great things in our classrooms around leadership, and we need to partner with the co-curricular experience so that we can engage and train and teach the leaders that are going to be making the decisions about us, about our health care, about our lives. We have those people here with us today who just a few short years ago were sitting over here. Now we're sitting over here. There are lungs. So I'm asking that you look at your one hand and decide, how can you help? How can you help us? Can you provide an internship? Becky Ross is sitting right down here, Director of our Career Development Center, who will help you with internship guidelines. Can you volunteer? Can you help with the legacy of leadership? We have a whole group of people out there pulling your raffle tickets right now who are here on Wednesday, maybe one of the nice baskets. Can you mentor a student? How can you come back and talk with our students about the work that you're doing? And then how can you give? So not every company can give the way State Farm gave. We're very grateful to them. But we have alumni here who have helped us in very, very generous ways, and we're grateful. But you don't have to give generously. You can just give a little bit. $25, $50, $100 a year will help us to leave this legacy. It goes into endowment. We gain interest on it. And we're so excited to be able to provide the funds for the students and Charlie Warner and Kara Jenkins and our other colleagues to do this great leadership work. So I'm paging down now. I'm almost done. It works great. So I'm not texting, just so you know. So how can you give? You may want to know how you can give. Well, there's lots of ways that you can give. Of course, you can go online. We're so excited about that. Some of you may have had trouble registering for the event online, but we have it all fixed. And you can just go ahead and put your credit card number in, and that's really easy. Or you can write a check and take that too. And there's a brochure on your table that gives you an outline of lots of ways that you can give. Our Director of Advancement is with us tonight, and I'm sure he'd be willing to take your small or large check. So please feel free. And certainly you can talk with me or any of my colleagues in Student Affairs, and we can help you with a special project or a scholarship or anything you're interested in doing. As I look out in this great ballroom, I see a lot of you who were alums and who were able to benefit from some of the wonderful leadership programs that we've had over the past 25 years. So I know you understand the value of that experience, and we're hoping that you can look at your hands and really figure out ways that you can help us and that you can give to us so we can continue this great work. Thank you so much.